Hello, welcome, good evening. Welcome to another exciting installment of the Dublin venue of Changeling. Now, I need to get serious real quick for my viewers out there. As an ST, especially during the World of Darkness, there's particular themes that hits on very things that may be triggering to some. I would like to put this out there that I will not do the following things because as an ST, I do not feel comfortable, and I feel like that is gross. It's gross to have those types of themes in it. I will not do sexual violence. I will not do anything that has anything to do with the harm and hurt of children. I will not be touching said subjects on that particular matter. I will not do it whatsoever. But psychological torture, I will do that. But those two things, will not be on the menu because those are there's a lot more shock value in other things than just that because I feel that that's not right. But other than that, y'all know the warning. So we will begin with our we will begin with these two. I will say they probably got together. I'm gonna let my players take it away. See what they doing. They planning on doing this little finding the black rabbit. I'm about to shut up for a quick minute. Let my players take it away.
Well, Willow would be paying a visit to the Honeycomb Bar. What's it called?
It's the
Tavern?
it's the Honeycomb Inn. Let me
Inn.
actually. I have a picture of it. Give me 1 second. And come on, do the same, please. Come on, minicam. There we go. So as you can see, it's rather nice. I have a description for you. Give me 1 second. No, no, no. So you've met Siobhan once before. But she runs a really nice freehold by the name of the Honeycomb Inn. Sometimes people call it the Hive because it's really popular amongst the changeling population in Dublin. And so the entrance is located on a side street. There's a yellow sign with a bee wearing a crown that's it has its wings open and it's flying in front of a honeycomb. The entrance to the pub itself has a steel gate with stairs leading down to a heavy wooden door with glass windows inlaid into it. When you open the door, there's a bell above it that rings, leading into a small foyer with 2 coat racks and a bin to hold umbrellas. People have placed their hats, their coats there, etc. In the next room, as you can probably see, there's several small booths and tables next to the left and the right of the bar as well. All of the seats in this pub are extremely comfortable to sit upon. The bar is well stocked, with mostly Irish whiskies, beers, ales, and ciders. She does serve food. The smell of freshly baked bread, stew, pies, both savory and sweet, fill the air. To the far side of the room, there's a great hearth burning, taking the chill out of the rain or the cold out of the air. You'll notice that there's no televisions playing, no sound of radios or anything electronic in this place. Instead, the sound of conversation fills the air, and there you see an old gramophone playing, sitting in a corner. The color palette is very warm. It's mostly dark hardwoods upholsteries. You'll notice there's a door to the far side of the room that has a sign, a golden sign above it that says VIPs only. And so you imagine that's probably where nobility would be served, etc. Um, for the storyteller, I would like it to be known that I did place the spider back underneath the vase.
Duly noted.
Okay. Um, the above the door, there's really nice stained glass. The antler head or the stag head is not there. When you walk in, she does have a no weapons policy above the door. So if you're carrying any weapons, I'm afraid
Nope.
you'll have to hand them over to her.
Willow does not own any weapons.
And you'll actually notice that there's a really old fashioned cash register, and she's standing behind the bar, pulling pints, serving drinks to people, etc. I imagine there may be a few people in here at the moment. So,
Okay. Willow would have picked a time that's like early so that there aren't a lot of people.
okay. Well, she does sometimes, she has a few rooms available to people that don't have a place to stay. Um, and so, um, there might be some people coming out from sleeping,
Mhm.
getting breakfast, etc. Um, so
Yeah.
yeah, she opens around probably 8 o'clock, 8:30 in the morning, something like that.
Okay. Well, yeah, that would be about the time that Willow would enter. Wearing pretty much what you see in the picture, and
Um,
she would be walking up to the bar, and she doesn't have any weapons, so she won't hand any weapons over.
okay.
Um,
You'll notice Siobhan standing there. She's a pot of tea in a cup, and she's reading the newspaper. She looks like she's doing, I don't know, like crossword maybe or something like that. And she has a pair of glasses on, um, and she says, when you walk in, she'll look up and she'll set her newspaper down and set her pen down, and she'll welcome you rather humbly. Ah, Miss, I'm sorry, my lady. Welcome. Uh, your presence is humbling in this establishment.
Willow will smile at that and says, "There's no need really for etiquette right now. It's fine.
Mm,
Um,
well,
I still need to get used to all that. It's
yes.
I've
Well,
not been a baroness for too long."
your dear husband seems to be very intent on the art of etiquette.
He does, but it's not been too long ago since I had to learn myself. So don't
I
worry.
see. Is there anything I can get you?
Well, I actually came here because it is my task. Well, I've took it upon me to, as quickly as possible, go to the merfolk and explain what's happened here. And I would, hmm, I would like to go to them with a little bit more than just what happens, but hopefully with either more information or maybe even the news that we managed to catch the culprit. So I was hoping if you could show me like where it happens, the place.
Oh, you mean the? She kind of like makes a cutting motion at her throat, like the murder.
Exactly.
Uh, yes, just this way, and she'll lead you to she'll lead you to a room. It's the second door on the right, down a small hallway. Um, and there's a she opens the door. Um, this room looks immaculate, like it's been cleaned really well. And she'll she'll unlock the door, and she'll allow you to enter, but she'll be standing in the doorway behind you while you investigate.
Just trying to see if there's anything that I can use to look into the past, get more information than what we've already seen. I might have a few things for that, but let me look it up. Oh, so Diamond, can I use Chronos 1 backward glance on this area to see if I can pick up something that may have been like missed during the either recording or the tale?
You can. You can.
Okay. What Willow will do is she'll actually ask Siobhan for like a glass of water.
She'll bring you a glass of water. She asks if you want ice in it.
No, there's no need for that.
Okay, so she'll bring you a really nice. It's like a really like thick glass with just tap water in it.
hmm And she'll actually look at Siobhan and it's like, I hope you do not mind.
Ah, no, by all
I'm
means, anything.
sure that nothing would be destroyed. I'm just gonna wet your furniture a little.
That's okay.
And yeah, that'll be her bunk, is that she will slowly pour out the water on the table, the seats, and the circle around like the table itself.
I
And then
will.
she'll just sort of sit cross-legged on the table, like in the middle of her circle.
I will give it a +2.
Okay,
+2
I
buck.
check. So that is a -2 difficulty. Now let me see, because I will need to roll Scene and Faye, I presume, or
It will be. I would say Scene and Fate. Yeah, it'll be that because you're
okay.
trying to.
So that is difficulty 6, because Scene gives you a +1 difficulty, and I have 5 dice for this.
Okay. Well, we already set up in rolls, so basically Scene already set up, so you can roll in there.
Yep, I'm just waiting for Discord to load in because, oh my god, it's slow. I'll grab my phone. Maybe that's faster.
If you can't load on the phone, I know a different dice roll we can roll.
No, it's just that my computer is extremely slow, so I have the app on my phone.
It's a godsend.
Let me see. This is the wrong. Yes, I need Dublin one general. Oh no, not general. Rolls. Okay. Wow, that is 3 successes.
That's good.
Nice.
So you start recreating a little bit of the scene a little bit. You see the water forms around and start making these shapes. One is a 7 foot tall shape with ears, and basically you see it take like this water, this watery like black color, trying to match it just to the T. And you see basically this guy um sitting down there, sitting with a sword. It looks like the sword that basically Siobhan brought, and basically he's sitting right there drinking. And you see the guy turns over and look. He said, you peered into my mind," and you just basically hear, "I got what I want." And you basically see he tries to pull out, the other guy try to pull out his sword, but basically you see these snakes come out of the 7 foot tall, like, as you can assume, the black rabbit's back, and like start biting them and lift them up. And you literally see the rabbit's mouth unhinge, and it like basically you see these rows of teeth, and it just basically rips the guy's like jaw, unhinge it, and spit its tongue out, and begins to write on the wall and disappear.
Okay. Can I make a? Oh god, I don't know if it's Greymare or Canning to basically see if I would know what kind of magic he's used.
Sure, that will be Great Bear.
Yes. Greymare, right? Yeah. I do not have too much of that, but hey, it's fine.
A question. When she's doing this, can I see it as well?
I think it's only to the user basically.
Okay.
That's only one success.
Okay. You know that it's some type of wayfare.
hmm Yeah. So she'll basically explain to Siobhan what she's seen because she won't be withholding any kind of information.
She looks really uncomfortable. And it seems like anytime that she's talking about the situation, it really upsets her and it makes her look extremely uncomfortable. Like she doesn't want to be talking about this any longer than she has to. Great. Okay. I. Hmm. Well, eh, I haven't had anybody come in here talking about that. Hmm, that that puka, but maybe I might know somebody who knows something or knows somebody else who knows something.
I've heard rumors being whispered, so I would not mind trying to see if we can find these somebodies that know somebody that might know somebody.
I mean, I can make a call.
That would be terribly kind of you. Thank you.
Okay. Um, I'm gonna um offer her the VIP room, the tea room, um,
Mm-hmm.
and ask her if she'd like to wait here um, while I go make that call.
Did you
And
call it Fangly Joe?
actually, I'm gonna text Fangly Joe because I don't necessarily want her listening in on any conversations that I'm having because I don't know this woman, and so I don't necessarily trust her yet, despite the fact that she has come here to help me. It's a little, questionable.
So you text him, and it takes about a good 15 minutes, and basically you see him come through the door with his red cap. Um,
I didn't want him to come here because if she sees him, does he still have his hand?
Still have his hand. What?
Void Frost once said that he issued a decree for Fagley Joe's left hand on the platter because he ate the body of the merman.
He's a red cap. He doesn't care. Like, oh, one thing that you for out of character, one thing you're gonna know about red caps, they really don't give a damn about. Some of them really don't give a damn about the nobility.
Okay, fair enough. I'm gonna actually pull him into a booth on the far side of the room, probably off to the left side of the bar. Um, and I'm gonna I'm gonna tell him Baroness Voidfrost is in the other room. Shh.
What?
Do you need me to repeat that or?
Oh, okay. You're talking about some nobility. Okay, I get it. What's up? What's up?
I need information on the Black Rabbit. Do you know anybody who might know somebody who knows something?
You still pursuing that shit? I
Yeah.
mean, you can go to Rat Alley. I mean, it's not in the barony, but it's across the way.
Can I make a what kind of roll would I need to roll to know what Rat's Alley is?
It would be more of a streetwise. I would give it streetwise.
Streetwise and what?
Streetwise intelligence.
Okay, so that's 6 dice. Give me 1 second. What's the difficulty?
6 standard.
Okay. I forgot to write roll. God damn it. I have 1 success.
You know that Rat's Alley is basically where the slummest of slummers go, where basically where it's the seedy underbelly of the it's basically the seedy underbelly of like basically changeling society.
Okay, and who in Rat's Alley would you recommend I talk to?
I mean, that's if really depends. That's if you can talk to him. I mean, He's a knocker by the name of Joey Wheelo.
Okay, I mean, I can ask Wilbert to come with me. Since, he's a knocker. Wilbert's a knocker. Yeah, I don't think that you should be going there because I don't want Void Frost taking my head.
You mean going where?
Oh, I was looking at the side chat. Oh, she said that sounds like a perfect place for a Baroness to go.
Well, if that's all, I'm about to get going.
Yeah, you probably should. I would say don't come around here any more than absolutely necessary because you never know.
Whatever. And he'll get up and he'll just leave.
Okay. I'll see you later, Joe.
He'll just wave and he'll just leave.
Okay. I'm gonna go back over to the tea room, and I'm gonna knock on the door. And I'm gonna open it and walk inside, and basically tell her where we need to go and who we need to talk to.
Willow is currently sitting, one leg kind of legs crossed, and she has a big camera, and she's apparently scrolling through pictures that she's made, and she'll just put it back in the backpack that she has with her, like a camera backpack, and yeah, she'll nod and says, "All right, we can go there."
Yeah, I don't necessarily think you should be dressed like that when we go there. Rich lady like you, not a good idea. What size are you? How tall is Willow?
She's extremely short. She has a short flaw.
Oh, really? Does she really? Okay. She's actually, if she's comfortable with doing so, um, Siobhan will actually pull her into something that looks like a very quaint bedroom. And she has a wardrobe, and she'll open the wardrobe and she'll like rustle through to find something suitable for her to wear. And she'll pull it out and say, "Is this okay?" You guys,
Willow will look at it.
pea coat, hair
Trying to
bow.
find different pictures.
Eh,
Yeah.
not too much. Uh,
Let me see if I have something a little more punky on her. Uh, Picture clothing, but she'll accept the clothing, and we'll leave the coat and then probably also the shirt and everything that she's wearing. We'll get the bow out. If you have a red wig, that would be hilarious because I have pictures with a red wig.
I might have what? No, I have blue. I don't have red. Actually, question. Hold on. I don't know that I can do it on other people. With Metamorphosis 1, can I change somebody else's hair color?
Yes.
Okay. So, I'm really unsure how this all works because I'm very new to this. So, I have Metamorphosis 1, and if I can change the hair color of somebody else, would I need to worry about banality in a freehold?
No, but
But
her hair.
what?
I mean, if you want to just put dye her hair, you can do it.
I mean, I'm not one to like take the time to dye her hair. I just want to change her hair color.
Nah.
That's it.
You know what?
Yeah,
It's fine. I got a suitable picture.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh yeah, she looks slummy. Somebody have to literally roll the roll for her.
Okay, that works. I'm gonna switch. Did it go? It did. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm actually gonna like make myself look somewhat don't fuck with me, pretty much. I am gonna be taking my my treasure with me, and I don't necessarily know if I need to have contacts underground to have a pair of lockpicks.
I mean, you can have it.
Okay, because she has a larceny one. If she has to do some B&E, she's not afraid to. And she does have a a knife, um, tucked into her boot.
So y'all hit it there.
Yes.
Yes.
Did Willow come driving a car?
No, she doesn't have a car.
Okay, well, then public transportation it is.
Mhm. It's better
Wilbert has a
anyway,
car.
because even it,
Wilbert's having a car.
Wilbert has a car. We'll
Yeah.
take Wilbert's car. Is Wilbert willing to come with us?
Wilbert will go. He's just not saying nothing.
Okay. This handsome gentleman is a knocker. He bakes my bread and sometimes tries to fix my plumbing. You'll actually notice if she ever like asks to go to the bathroom, Siobhan will say, "No, all the bathrooms are out of order." That was her
what,
freehold quirk. None of the plumbing in her place works properly. At least when it comes to the bathrooms.
You just see Wilbert tries to give a fake smile, but I mean, like he tries to, but you don't need empathy to see that there's no emotion behind it.
that's fine. Willow is of her age now. She understands.
Yeah. So y'all get in the car and y'all drive. I will say about 35 minutes, and y'all get to basically like this alleyway, this long alleyway with like stairs leading down.
Like in the picture.
It's dark, it's dank, and it smells like piss and shit.
Yummy.
So basically, y'all get out the car and y'all walk and y'all go down these stairs. And it feels like y'all walking for another 35 minutes down this long, dark stairway. And you finally get to this huge open area where it basically looks like if y'all ever seen Hellboy 2, like the little goblin market.
It looks like a goblin.
Oh, yes. I love that movie.
And basically you see people, it's like a lot of people who just look seedy under, like just a lot of, it reeks. You can smell the unseelie in the air. Like, oh, that's unseelie.
Yeah. Is Willow, she's a Sealy, right?
Hmm. Oh, yes.
Yeah, Siobhan isn't. She's an Unseelie.
So basically, y'all walk and so what are y'all doing? Y'all in this huge
I'm gonna God. Siobhan's actually kind of worried about leaving Willow by herself, but she works better if she like can get up and go talk to people, ask for directions to places, etc. by herself. And so she'll actually I'd like to find, is there like a, I don't know, like a bar in this area or anything like that?
There is a bar.
That's where we're headed.
So you get to this bar and there's people playing a good old there's people playing a Russian roulette with like a gun treasure, and like you see a bunch of people drinking and whatnot. It's a very hearty time for very bad folks.
Right.
And you see, what are you about to say?
I was gonna tell Willow to stay close by, and to make sure that she doesn't get lost in the crowd.
You see an individual on a table shouting and whatnot, and the highest of you just hear him just shouting, and he has long flowing hair, nice dress, nice dress clothes, whatnot. Looks pretty outdated from the time. And you just hear an individual, just like the nobility. Look how they forsake us. Look how they push us to the deepest, darkest part of our society. Please, do they weep for us? No. No, they do not. The nobility is tragic. The nobility is the one that ensues the chaos. And it trickles down to us commoners. I used to be nobility until I seen the dark corners of what it does to you. Now, look at me, fallen, beaten, distraught. And you all welcome me into your open arms as the lovely commoners do.
This man's standing on the table, yeah.
Yeah, he's standing on the table, and everybody seems to be captivating, listening to him, like they're drawn to him.
What kith does he look like?
He looks. Roll your. Do you have changeling lore?
I have no lore because Maya said that we pick that up in game.
Okay. He looks beautiful, very beautiful, but not she beautiful.
Okay.
Look. I look out and I see all your withered faces, war-torn, sad. We are the beaten. We are the trodden. We are the commoners. And everybody will start clapping, and he'll get down, and you see like this lady falls over when he flings a rose at her. She's like, oh, just like her head hits the bar, and he just grabs a drink.
To be fair, Willow is applauding. This is actually. She just seemed to be genuine about it, though.
I mean, she is the commoner baroness.
And he walks over, and he's just looking, people shaking his hand. It was like, beautiful poem, worthy of that. You see this Boggin runs up to him, worthy of that of you, sir. Beautiful. He's like, do not. It is not about me. It's about us. I am lucky that you took me all into your arms.
Siobhan will actually, as she's walking up to the bar, she'll actually pat him on the back.
And he'll turn around real fast. And when you pat him on his back, he turns around. And it looks like he doesn't have really a facial expression. It looks like he has his hand on the hilt of something. And then when he sees you, he'll smile like, I do not smell nobility upon you. I am glad.
She'll she scoffs and she's like, "Do I look like I wear a shiny hat?"
You had a very captivating audience. Impressive.
She's gonna give Willow a look of caution.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. And he'll basically just reach out, grab Willow's hand, and he'll kiss it. Like, I really appreciate it coming from such a beautiful woman like yourself.
You're being too kind.
Come on. And she's gonna.
Yeah, Willow does have a wedding band on.
Wait, she does.
And you see Wilbur, he's just looking like he's not saying anything. He just looking like Jesus.
And so
she sort of shrugs with a smile.
I mean, Siobhan's your own business. She's pretty focused considering the situation at hand. She's gonna walk up to the bar and she's gonna climb on one of this, or I'm not sure if there's like a step up or anything like that.
You could climb on one of the stools.
And she's gonna bang her fist on the bar and order a drink.
And you see basically this guy. He looks like a ant, and he just comes like, what you having?
Cider.
Yeah, cider it is. Yo, Bilbo. And you would just see like a possum because we're like, what? Like, it's all fat, adorable. You're like, what? Yeah, get her a cider. Yeah, sure. And basically, he will grab a. He'll grab a bar, like he'll grab a cider, and he'll wobble down there. Here you go, ma'am.
She'll put some dross down because she's got a resources of 3. So whatever.
Dross. And he'll grab it and start wiggling away. Oh, look what you did.
And she's gonna drink her cider, and she's gonna pull out a little bit more, wave the bartender over, and she says, "I'm looking for somebody." And she'll flash him the coin, and she's like, "Maybe you can help me."
I don't really know too much. Maybe pretty boy Floyd over there, who's looks like he's flirting with your friend.
She'll look over her shoulder and be like, "Nah, I think she can handle herself."
I was saying pretty boy Floyd is the one you should be talking to.
Oh, yeah. Better keep his hands to himself, that one. Anyways, I'm looking for a knocker by the name of, and she'll give the name of the knocker.
Oh, you mean that guy? Oh, he's dead.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
How did he die?
Dude got his face ripped off.
By who?
Do you think I ask questions around here?
I think you own a bar, so you hear a lot of shit come through here.
I don't hear a lot of. I serve drinks and I keep my mouth shut.
Sure. You seen any puka come through here lately?
I've seen a lot of pukas come here lately.
She's gonna give the description of the black rabbit.
And he's gonna look, and he immediately. Do you have perception and empathy?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Roll that.
Perception. I've got 4 dice on that. I'm gonna burn a willpower. So, difficulty 6. It's, how do you automatically add willpower to the roll?
I know it'll be factored in. Don't worry, I got it.
I have 2 successes.
All right, you have 3.
No, I don't.
Well, you have 1.
Okay.
So you see, he stops and he immediately ignores you and goes to another patron.
Excuse me, that was really rude of you.
And he'll look at you, and then he will basically go back to talking to the patron.
All right. Siobhan's she's gonna do something rather bold. How sturdy is this bar?
It's pretty sturdy.
Hold on. She's gonna stand up on. She's gonna climb up on top of the bar, and she's gonna stomp her foot to get the attention of the patron.
Roll me that charisma leadership.
3, 1. So that's hold on. Leadership. Yeah, so it's 4 dice. I'm gonna burn another willpower.
Mm-hmm.
That's 3 successes.
Okay, when you do that, everybody turns around and you see a lot of people that are looking at you, but it's the look of like, what the fuck you want? They're looking, but they're silent, and you see The good sir in this picture turns around and look at you.
And she'll actually hold the coin up in her hand, and she'll talk pretty loudly. And she'll say 5 dross to the man who can tell me about the black rabbit. Ow.
Okay, every player roll perception, perception awareness.
I don't have awareness.
Just perception.
Just perception. What about alertness?
Yes, alert. I mean, you could just do perception. Awareness is like the survey the room around you and whatnot.
Okay, yeah, because I didn't see awareness as a skill. So, okay, so it's 3 dice.
Will you get you?
That's 3 successes.
Awareness isn't it's replaced by kenning.
Oh,
Kenning?
Well, just roll your perception, Kenny, and whatnot.
All right, I have a single dot in kenning, so I'm gonna roll an extra d10. So I have 2 successes, I guess.
I'll factor that into 4.
Oh, I don't think I burned a willpower.
I know. I'm just factoring that roll into it since I said it late.
Okay.
No, I don't see anything.
So you will kind of see. You don't see them. When you say that, they will. Some of them will leave, and some of them will ignore you.
Does anybody pay attention to me when I say that?
They pay attention, but when you say the black rabbit, some of them leave and some of them ignore you. And like the chatter in the bar like ceases to a minimum.
Okay. I think I have some I'm not sure if this would be politics or intimidation. But she's gonna say, since when did the Unsali become a group of ballless changelings?
So you will see the guy in the picture. He's rubbing his temple. You can see it, Willow. He's rubbing his temple. He's just.
I mean, to be fair, Willow is not doing that, but is definitely thinking that.
All right, she'll climb off the bar since somebody's taking it.
And he'll look at you and say, Let me guess. You two ma'ams are looking for a particular someone.
She'll
We
go.
are looking to find information.
May we speak in private?
We may.
Of course.
And you will know that he'll go upstairs, and people seem to be opening the door for him and whatnot. What are you about to say?
One quick question. Because I'm not fully trusting the situation. This guy, he doesn't happen to have the same height and build as the water picture that Willow saw.
No. He's
Okay.
he's very short. He's very androgynous. He's short and whatnot.
Okay, cool. Just checking because paranoia is a thing.
He gets into like this office area, and he sits down and tells this girl Puka, who happens to be a snake, to go get them some drinks, and she slither on down there. Have a seat.
Yep, sitting down.
Siobhan will sit down.
I want to P&E this motherfucker, by the way. I want to just see what his mood is, if he's suspicious of or whatnot,
Sure.
If you would allow me. Okay. Does my specialty of attentive in perception
Yes.
count? Okay. Then I have 2 successes.
Okay. You see that he's kind of he's kind of weary about the subject. He's very perplexed and bothered, and that little scene didn't make it better.
Okay. Can I try something like to calm him down somewhat?
Uh, he's he, he's uh he's not like huff and puff. He's just like,
No, but, like make him like trust us a little bit more. Like, she'd just be like, "I am sorry for the scene that we caused. But any information would be much appreciated. And well, I can assure you that we didn't hear it from you."
it's totally understandable. I want you to realize something. I know who you are, Baroness.
She'll smile.
I know who you are, Baroness, and I know who you are, owner of Honeycomb.
I
Siobhan will
seem to
just
know a lot of things.
smile at him.
Yes, I am known for a great many deals of things down here.
Siobhan will actually set the 5 dross on the table.
I have more than enough money to support me for a lifetime.
Be that as it may, I have a tendency to try and keep my word.
Hmm.
In
So you're
exchange for
look.
your information, what can we do for you?
Hmm. That knocker who was killed was a good friend of mine.
Hmm.
I am deeply troubled by this whole event, but I won't say that I am not. How can I say? It's weird. It's very weird how to put this. I understand that it was for a cause.
What cause?
Do you mean his death?
Yes.
Hmm.
What cause
My
was it?
my knocker friend was known for giving information out to the nobles.
So he was a snitch.
He used this very bar to do it. Listened intently.
I can see why in these parts that would be a problem.
You see, my fair ladies, what you're dealing with here is not only a beast and changeling of myth, but also someone who is deeply invested in the cause of the commoners.
I can understand that, but he's using the wrong means to, well, achieve
You,
his ends.
just to make sure that I'm understanding you correctly, it's not the knocker who was deeply invested in the cause, it's the Puka himself.
You can call him that. We don't really know what he is.
Is there. Okay. So he's a man on a mission, so to speak. But the thing here is he. And she's gonna tell this man what happened. But first, before she does that, she's gonna ask him what his name is.
Hmm. I go by many names. I don't
Mm-hmm.
like to tell people my name.
I'm listening. Well, tell me a name that you're comfortable with giving me.
I'm your friend. Now let's leave it as that.
Yeah, it's not a good way to garner trust.
I don't need your trust. You need mine.
That's true.
Very true.
But I have a tendency to not trust those whose names I don't know.
I will be honest with you, though, friend. Willow will sort of fix her eyes on his. If it lies in my possibilities to catch the murderer of your friend and of the murderer of a third party, which is the murder that we are investigating, I will make sure that he will be brought to justice. When it comes to the cause of the commoners, your cause is no longer unheard in the noble ranks. Oh, I understand why you're laughing. Don't get me wrong. I do understand. It's it may not be much, but I am planning to help as much as I can. I used to be a commoner and
That's the
I've
key
gotten the
word.
opportunity.
That's
I
the
know, used to
that's the
be,
key word. Used to be.
but I have the opportunity to hopefully restore some rights to help, even if it's just a few, and that is what I want to do. You can laugh about it. It may be a silly dream of mine, but if you
Um,
know me, I presume you know my husband.
I know, and I feel sorry for you. And he'll put his hand on you. I feel sorry that you are not only with the man of great, who's capable of great violence, but a man whose heart is cold as ice. Not even your warm, beautiful face and your compassion can warm that thing's heart.
We all must make sacrifices to achieve the goal that we want to achieve.
Fawn's gonna just gonna look at her watch like she's waiting for this conversation to be over with because she's a little bit impatient.
I may not be able to swear an oath on this, but I can promise you that whatever lies in my power to help the commoners' cause along and to give them what they need, I will do.
Hmm.
A nice dream.
There,
Aren't dreams all that we have?
there is a meetup that's happening. You should go there. And he'll write something down and give it to you.
To which one of us?
He'll give it to you.
Okay. Um, all right. Is there anybody of significant import going to be at this meeting?
Just go there.
Okay. She'll fold up that piece of paper and put it inside her coat pocket. What time does it say to go there?
Midnight. And it's about to be close near midnight.
Okay. Um, I'm gonna I'm gonna Google Maps it to see how far it is from here.
No need because I mean, it's basically he'll tell you where to go.
Okay. Is it close by?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Okay.
thank you for your help, my friend. Is there anything else you'd like to ask this gentleman, Willow?
No. Unless he has some questions.
Go with the dreaming and let the dreaming guide you.
Siobhan will smile.
Don't give up hope. Which is like the worst silly answer I can ever come up with. Oi.
And he'll 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 smile and be like, "You silly sure are adorable. You may leave."
As Siobhan's walking out the door, she'll just like stick up a finger and she'll say, "I know a boggin who would dispute that."
He'll laugh as basically the door shut and y'all leave the establishment. Y'all head to that place.
Yeah, we'll have
All
to.
right then. I need to make 2 rolls.
Um, question. Because I'd like
Wait,
to.
about
Sorry, I'd like to kind of go there as unnoticed as possible. I have a single level of autumn, um, and I'd like to use it if I can.
I mean, you
I'd
can.
like to. Um, so she'll actually. I'm not sure because I'm so new to this. I'm not sure how bunks work.
Basically, you use creative, like you think of something like you try to do peekaboo, and it basically helps you increase. It's your creativity. What you
Okay.
do to make yourself look invisible.
Um, I am going to actually pull something out of my bag. It's
Mm-hmm.
because it has metamorphosis too, so I can shrink items within the bag. Um, she's gonna pull out a hat,
Mm-hmm.
and she's gonna put her hair up underneath it, and she's gonna lift up the hood of her coat up over her head to kind of blend into the crowd, therefore activating the autumn.
Okay, so that will be 2 bunks.
Okay, so what do I need to roll for that?
Faye and Autumn.
Bay and Autumn. Is that what is that? Is that a realm or
Yes, you'll roll Faye and then you roll Autumn. The
I
art and realm.
I don't have Fey. I have prop as a realm.
Well, if you doing it on yourself, if it's a realm, I think it's 2 plus. It's an extra glamour to try to do that. Do that.
Okay, sorry, I'm trying to understand this. So I roll Autumn 1, which is a single dice.
Yes, but if you don't have Faye, you can't really like cast it on yourself.
Okay. Well then I guess I'm gonna stealth this then because
Okay.
I have some decent stealth.
Okay. Roll your stealth, and I am going to. I'm just getting this roll started. I want you, Willow, to roll your perception. If it's perception alertness for this one,
Okay.
okay, because this is going to be 2 rolls for the future.
So my perception alertness?
Mm-hmm.
Check.
Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Jeez, my roll sucks.
Okay, and this is the second one. This is not damage rolls, by the way. So,
I may hope so.
roll 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take away that 5. Gotcha. All right.
Okay, do you mind if I roll dex stealth as well?
Yes.
And I'd actually the way I want to stealth this is I want to be going through kind of like side streets and back alleys to get where I need to go.
Okay.
I'll be spending
So
willpower, by the way.
that's
Because
success.
Who wants to roll a fate dice?
funny guy. Oh,
Uh,
I got 4 successes on my stealth. Wow.
Okay.
I will.
One of them still managed to get 5. So, okay, rolling.
Let me roll my stealth first.
Okay.
It's 2 successes.
All right.
I don't know that cat-like reflexes would come into play here.
Nope.
Okay, so it's a total of 2 successes.
So, the fate dice, somebody just going to do a 1d2.
I'm not gonna be the one rolling it because I know myself. I always get the wrong one.
I mean, do you want me to roll it or
He rolled it. I mean,
okay.
I could roll it.
You can roll it if you want to. I'm just like giving the players a chance to roll it.
Okay.
Nope. 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 Nope.
Wish me luck. I got a 2.
Okay. All right. All right. All right then. This makes it interesting. Way interesting. All right. Let me shoot a quick message real quick.
Oh boy, that can't be good.
Hey Austin, is it okay if I kill players? Austin will reply, yes, it is.
Oh no, it is not. It is not. No player death. I
I
will not.
was
I will
joking,
not.
sweetheart. Whoa, 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 spraying can. Well, bottle. Why you do this?
So with this, y'all weaving and turning, and basically all of a sudden, you see this rush of people like start come like almost like rush hour traffic in New York, but on the sidewalk. Like of people just start piling out, like screaming, "I got to get the latest goods!" They start piling, and like they just start, pushing towards y'all. It almost reminds you of basically Black Friday, like rushing to the stores, kicking down, like they rushing, it's pandemonium, and it's people pushing, and it's like and when the rush is over, Willow is not there.
Oh God. Okay, now I get your message. Poof. Okay, I go poof.
I'm gonna look around for her.
You look around, and it's just you. Wilbert's gone too.
Hmm. God damn it. So I don't necessarily know that my musing threshold would come in here because I don't know that she's necessarily in danger. Which is it's help those in need. But my unsolicited legacy is kind of pulling at me because it's Pandora.
If it's help those that need you, that will come into more in the play of like you're looking around, you're frantic, but you just like roll me wits. Just roll me a straight wits roll.
Okay.
Different standard.
3 or no 2.
Okay. You want to get to that. You feel like if you're gonna find any answers, you notice that basically when you were on your way to this place, y'all got split up. If you're gonna find any answers, it has to be
Okay, because she probably just got stuck in the crowd, etc. She might have just moved out of the way to give him a little minute to get past. So I'm gonna press on.
okay.
I'm gonna press on.
All right. Let me hold you off right there. Please forgive me.
Mm-hmm.
Willow,
Hi.
you are not at the same place that you were just a few minutes ago. You are in a room much like this. But more grimier and dirtier.
Oh, that's
And
very banal.
when you try to get up, your hands are chains. Your hands are like in a prisoner chain. You only can move certain ways.
I don't like that.
and you see this individual scurry about into the room.
Huh.
Well, that's
He come he comes in, and you expect him to have like a guttural, monstrous voice, but you just hear, "Hello, Baroness."
Do I recognize the voice?
No,
Okay. So I was gonna say we've heard like both a voice recording as well as that Willow has seen it in like her Chronos vision. But okay.
hello, Baroness. I hope the chains aren't too bangled for you.
It is slightly uncomfortable.
Ah, at least you're reasonable. You will be standing. I would like to have a moment of your time.
It seems like time is all that I have to give right now.
Yes, yes, yes. Let me ask you a question. What? How do you feel about the nobility? An honest one.
Like the commoners, they are very much a part of this world and a part of our existence.
Willow, Willow, Willow. And he'll roll his P&E.
Okay.
One, two, three, four, five, six. So five.
Mm-hmm. She's not lying. She considers them to be like, sort of like yin and yang. You have the commoners, you have the nobility. They would need to work together in unison, basically, to, you know, have like the perfect dreaming, quote unquote. Um, so yeah, she's not lying. She may not be saying everything she's thinking, but duh. But this is definitely a part of her truth.
You are sweet like honey. Your words flow. Tell me, how do you feel about your husband, Void Frost?
Hmm. He has a lot of potential to achieve greatness. But as always, there's a price to pay.
Hmm. The nobility is flawed. They must be cut out. They are the cancer.
Everything is flawed. There's no perfection here.
I see you're going to use empathy and your cunning and your words to win the day.
I would much rather win the day with words than with swords. This is why I have none.
Hmm, that is interesting. And he will basically take out a picture of Willow's mom and dad and put it on the table.
She looks at these people, does not recognize them because she gave up all her human memories to a certain auction that was held not too long ago. So she's just looking at them, blank expression on her face.
Hmm. Do you know who they are? Who they are?
They seem nice people.
They are your mother and father.
I see. We'll study the picture a bit closer. I presume you are who they refer to as the Black Rabbits?
No, I am no such person. But I
The one
do,
following in his footsteps, then.
but I do know one thing, and he is going to be casting an art on you,
Bastard. Why would you do that? Ah,
and
oh
he
well.
will spend the willpower for it. Ah, it's a good thing he did. Uh, what is Willow's? What is one of Willow's greatest fear?
Oof. Let me think. What is her greatest fear?
Just to let you know, this is advanced level art. So, like, what is
Mm,
she afraid of losing?
I think she's most afraid of losing her dreams and her hope.
So you basically feel like at this point you feel like you're dying. Like the dream, like your face self is. It's not. It's basically. It's you almost feel like you're dying for a quick 6 seconds.
I'm gonna make a willpower roll not to, scream or anything because
Yeah.
I feel that's fair. Let me see. What's my willpower? What is my willpower? Mm, oh, wow. That's pretty decent. Okay, she screams.
And he basically looks as you scream. Ah, you're afraid of your dreams dying.
So, what is it that you get out of this? Bringing me
Experimentation.
here.
I get to know what who you really are, Willow. I want to ask you something. I want to ask you a question. I want to have you join the floor. I want you to join us
To do what? To maim others? To kill?
to take down the nobility.
No. No, that is not my job. That is not why I am who I am and why I am where I am.
So you would like to finish playing the game of the commoners? I mean, not the commoners, of the nobility.
I will be. Hmm, I will not forget the commoners.
Hmm.
It's why I said yes to becoming what I am.
Oh, well, this is interesting. Well, and he'll point over at the win. He'll point over at the that little mirror that basically you can see through, and you'll see basically Wilbert beaten and battered on basically on a pole with Kindle around him, like Kindles, like firewood, and that's when we'll switch over to
Oh, too
you.
bad. I wanted to do a thing.
Oh, never mind. What you want to do?
Uh, I wanted to unleash Spring to heal him.
He is not in the room. He is basically in the it's almost like a TV viewing.
There's no way I can do that with like scene. Can I
Uh,
extend it?
I will say I will have to say no on that. If you was in the same vicinity, then yes, but no.
Hmm. That's too bad because you can get pretty far with scene if you get the right amount of successes, the right amount of like realm.
You also feel that this place is something's holding you back, almost like it's Bale.
I hate that. Okay.
You will go back to you. Now it's your turn. We'll go back to good old. So you enter into this warehouse and you literally see Wilbert there,
Yeah.
all way further back, tied up on this tall wooden pole with fire kindle around him.
Oh fuck no! I'm gonna try and get him down. Are there people here?
uh, when you try to rush forward, you will see this individual, not the one in the picture. You see this individual with fiery hands, and basically he will basically have a plague doctor's mask with like basically black bunny ears, and he'll look and be like,
Um,
"Time to let it all burn."
Siobhan's gonna stand in front of the pyre.
The pyre. In order to get to the pyre, you're going to need to make a lot. You're going to need to make like 20 steps towards him because we're about to go into initiative.
Um, shit. Okay. Um, if instead of that, I'm just gonna say wait. He had nothing to do with this. Please let him go.
And he'll look. He's like, "Hmm, he didn't. Hmm, it's a lot of things that Wilbert is not telling you. Hmm, interesting. Hmm, your friend decides that. Hmm." And he'll point over at basically this mirror. Your friend's watching.
Um, I don't know if she can hear me.
Hmm, maybe you should speak, but she can't speak to you. Hmm.
So,
She makes the decision.
so she will walk over to the screen or the mirror, and she'll get down on her knees as she's pleading for his life, like she's begging Willow to help them. To
And
sorry, what?
at that moment, he switch over the scene. You would basically see the other one, the other guy. She's begging you. I only ask you, Willow, of one favor. I ask, you love the commoners, right? You care for them. Am I
Careful,
correct?
yes. But love is something that one of House Heart cannot give.
Interesting. And he will basically take out a handle of what looks like a dagger, puts it in front of her. I give you a choice. You use this treasure to stab, to kill your love, Void Frost, and prove your loyalty to the commoners. And you'll save your friend if you agree to do this. Hello?
Yeah, she's thinking because I'm thinking. Sorry, I should have said that.
Look at your friend. Look how she plead. She plead for you. All you have to do is just take the dagger and do what needs to be done.
You're giving me an impossible choice. Hmm. So either I kill my husband,
Or
or
you
you.
let or you let poor Wilbert burn. Or hmm, as they say, Sir Wilbert.
So,
Ah, how the nobility play their games. So what will it be?
are her
I
hands
see a
like free?
fire. Uh, as he, would you like to say?
I was asking if my hands are free at this point.
No, your hands are not free. You see the dagger is right there in front of you, and he looks. He's like, I see the fire in your eyes. You never asked for this, Willow. You never asked to be. You never asked to be married. You just want to take your pictures. You never asked for this. You never asked for this life. And do not give me this crap. This is what the gods dealt me. This is what the hand, the dreaming dealt me. You never wanted this. You only
Is
just wanted to be the little Selkie that you are. You were forced. You were coerced. You were coerced. You didn't even give your very consent for it. Am I wrong, Willow? You was just looked at as a little plaything, a little thing for the nobilities to play around with. Am I wrong, Willow?
no, you're not.
And you see a tear, but black tear falls from the mask. Willow, I shed a tear for you. For you was dealt cards that should not have been dealt to you.
But that does not mean that I will not still play with these cards as they've been given to me.
Well,
I may not have chosen this, but I can use it to do something. You use threats, murder, to help a cause that cannot be helped by threats and murder. In the end, you would wage a war, and many would die, and most of them would be commoners. There's no point in that. There's no point in throwing lives away.
Willow, it's either a yes or no. I am done with this talk. You either take the dagger and commit the deed. It's a yes
No.
or is it a no? Well then. And he will basically snap his fingers and Wilbert will catch and transfer him back over to you.
All right. So
Will, what was I saying?
the cool thing about wool, is it can put fire out pretty easily. And I'd like to take my coat off and just try and stop the fire from catching.
So let me just set up the scene for you real quick. So he catches on fire, green fire.
Great.
And you hear him scream. You can attempt to.
Yeah, I would like to, yeah.
So roll me your he's burning pretty roll me your Dex athletics.
Dex. Cat-like reflexes come into play here?
And the difficulty will be 9.
Will the cat-like reflexes come into play here or not?
Yes, I will give it that.
Okay, so Dex athletics, so that's 5 dice. 10's going double. I have no successes. I don't do it.
You get near, and I'm sorry, I have to roll for damage real quick. You will take 2 points of ag.
Okay, ow.
As basically it burns your hand and it creeps up on your hand, and basically it gives you 3rd-degree burns.
All right.
On your hand. And basically Wilbert will scream and the flames will stop. And basically he will look charred.
I'd like to pull him down. If I can.
You can pull him down. Hold up. Let me pause the scene real quick.
All right, I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty, you pull him down, and you see basically you're pulling him down, right? Hello? Well, I'll switch over.
Yeah, no, sorry. I thought my microphone was back on.
Yeah, you pull him down, and he whispers like,
It's okay. I'm totally the cavalry.
I'm sorry. And he'll basically just...
Does he die or does he fall unconscious?
Oh, he's dead. He's big dead.
She starts crying. She's really sad right now.
So basically, these three individuals will be behind you, but I'm gonna put that on pause for cinematic purposes. As you see green fire glows around their hands, and as they cackle and laugh at your pain, you, Willow, back to you.
Okay.
Uh,
Think Willow would have screamed as well as
yeah.
like
He looks and he basically says, "You're the one that did this."
no. No, I am not the one who did this. You are the one who did this.
And now I'm about to do his psychology roll for torture.
Oh god.
So your defense for that will be if you don't have that, it will be an intelligence psychology to be able to, or yeah, it'll be just intelligence to be able to resist this roll.
Oof. Okay.
Okay, and he specialized in this. Oh.
Nope.
All right, so 1, 2, 3. He'll have spend the willpower. So four successes.
Jesus Christ. I don't even have 4 dice. I will also spend the willpower.
Mm-hmm.
3 successes.
So he gets into your mind, not no magical honky donkey bajonky. He gets in your mind, like he's like, yes, this is what you did. You did this. This was all just a trickling down effect. This is what you did. You had a choice. I gave you the choice. And look what you did. You wasted it. Now you have to live with this. You have to live with a dead changeling on your mind. You have to live with it. But at least it was one thing. At least he was a noble. Willow, I want you to remember that the Shadow Court will not be stopped. And he will basically turn to black smoke and disappear.
Is Willow standing in front of me?
No.
Okay.
No, you still she is basically what will happen is Willow will now appear in front of you.
Kneeling over.
Oh, hold up, wait a minute. What did you say, Saskia?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, in the chat?
Oh, yeah.
I like this role play.
Why do you think she asked if she had her hands free? Like, basically,
Okay,
you give her 2 options. I always go for the third.
So basically, before that happens, forgive me. Yes, my bad. The dagger is still there, and he is gone. And
I mean, there's no point now.
oh,
Damage has already been done.
But anyway, forget it.
Am I gonna do silly?
Would your character want to do the silly?
I guess.
Is okay. What do Saskia wants to do?
Oh God! I think people are really gonna hate me for this, and I really hope that you're just gonna tell me, "Oh yeah, no, this doesn't work." That's wrong. Give me a moment, because I need to look up Kronos. Going into the wrong direction here.
I'm not even gonna lie, actually. When you started to hum there, I thought you were actually having the.
So with Kronos 2, I can create a ripple. Can I like rewind time somewhat?
I think the rewind time is the more advanced one.
So in order to do that, I'd need to unleash.
I mean, if you do, there will be. I'm not going. There will be
Consequences.
Yes.
Oh yes, I know.
What's going on, Diamond?
She's trying to release. She's trying to unleash Kronos. Oh, but I will get to y'all real quick.
Okay.
I will
Take
make.
Your
There will be. I mean, you can do that, but there will be consequences either way.
Because if I can rewind time to before he was set on fire, and I'm now here, I might be able to stop it.
You do what you do.
It's not a good idea.
I'm not that
Yes,
guy.
you are the storyteller.
I'm the storyteller, but I'm not that guy to be like, I chastise you in the name of God. If it's a player's choice, it's a player choice.
I think, to be honest, Willow is smarter than that. She's seen how Kronos Unleashing can go horribly wrong. So, even though the player is like, yes, give me the powers, actually, I can do something else that might be less disturbing. Or more. Because I also have Spring that I can potentially unleash.
Spring Unleash, bring the mofo back from the dead. Nothing could go wrong. Though, oh my god, if you fail the unleashing to bring someone back from the grave, that would go horribly wrong.
Yeah, I know. Fine, I will unleash Spring. Why not? This cannot go wrong. Oh god. Oh god.
I'm drinking. I'm tasting the consequences.
That'll be so fun. So how can you talk me through it, Diamond? Because I've never done this before.
So, if I'm correct, basically when you don't, and it basically you use the art in the realm, and depending on success, it either can go horribly right or horribly wrong.
Basically, how it works is, because I just happen to remember this piece of trivia, you roll your permanent glamour. Plus, do you have any nightmare dice?
I do not have any nightmare dice.
Okay, so you roll your permanent glamour +1 because you basically automatically gain the nightmare dice whenever you unleash, and it's difficulty 7. You need to score successes under the amount of dots you have in the art. If you score over, it goes out of your control, and if you botch, hilarious things happen. But basically, if you get over the successes, terrible things happen. If you fail, bad things happen. If you botch, terrible things happen.
Okay.
So there's a lot of potential terrible things.
Yep.
It's basically you're kicking open the door and pulling the slot machine.
Yeah.
Which one of my one plots basically is about.
Okay.
It's your permanent glamour rating +1.
That's 6 dice for me. But Willow will first push Siobhan away because he doesn't want her to be in the potential blast range. And here we go. Here goes nothing as she kind of grabs hold of the body and oh god. That's 3 successes. I almost had it though.
Oh no.
Jesus, take me to the
It now goes catastrophically wrong.
You overshot it. It's too much.
I overshot it.
Never too much. Okay, here we go.
Oh god, no. Oh wait, hang on.
Let me switch to Anthony.
Sorry, just a second. Before we do anything else, because you have to actually say, you make a statement of your intent. So what was the exact statement of your intent? Because that's what gets twisted by the...
Okay. Let me think on that. I didn't know.
No. Don't think on it, because obviously you now know you fucked up, so you can't word it in a way to make it better for yourself.
No. Like, I know. I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to, like, okay, how would you have said it? You probably say, I want you to live to, like, the corpse.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
we're gonna have like Frankenstein here, right?
For y'all that's in the scene right now, for they all too, you see this you smell this smell of evergreen, of the forest, the spring water, and it gets stronger, it gets weirder, it gets wilder. I'm not talking about wild with I'm talking about wild with the Y, baby. Wow. And you see greenery starts basically appearing around y'all, and like it's starting to cover this factory. And these two, the pictures that I got, they look alike. Hold up, what the fuck? Like they just like they was all evil minion like, but then they was like, hold up, wait a minute, like cut on the script. What? Like Like they looking and they shocked. They ain't even making a move. And a huge green pillar. And I'm gonna stop right there. All cinematic like Anthony, your character sees a huge green pillar of glamour and weird and that wild, funky, crazy shit. You see this in the dreaming. In the real, in like the real, you see basically this thunderstorm.
Oh.
And you smell this, and you smell the smell of the forest, the spring water, the all that. You smell it, and you feel this incredible amount of glamour, almost like something's being born.
Mm-hmm. Whose barony is this?
It will be the barony of uh. Let me pick one of the lead of yours.
Oh no!
You get a phone call.
Yes!
You get a
no.
phone call. You get that phone call, and do you answer the phone call?
Yeah, I answer the phone.
When you get it, you just hear, "I'm going to say this calmly and nice as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Fix that shit."
As you say, my lord.
And you're on your way.
I'm on my way.
So as it's growing, is there like his body's not there anymore?
No, oh no. What you see is basically plants coming from his body, and they're basically circling around Willow. This place is becoming a forest.
She's gonna grab Willow and try and move her out of the way.
I want a strength. To try to pull. I want a straight strength roll, and the difficulty will be at 8.
This is not my forte. I got a 9.
Okay, you get some of her free, but she is still entangled. You could you're still trying to pull.
Yeah, I have a single dot in strength, but she's not very strong.
Yeah, you're still pulling away. Void Frost.
He's ordering food.
Okay, so I'm gonna continue the scene.
Yes, you do.
What you slowly start to see is basically this figure start to emerge from the ground, and basically, you'll see the skull. You mean not the skull? You'll see basically the body start crawling from out of your hand with flowers and plant, and basically you'll see it start crawling towards this figure that looks almost like it's hollow, and basically will start to the skeleton of Wilbur will start to deteriorate and start to turn into this white liquid and flow into this hollow like tree branches that's molded together into a body. And you will see this individual take shape.
Oh no.
Oops.
And you basically see his red eyes. And you hear from his gurgling voice, "From the wild, I am born. From this realm, I am here."
I'd like to continue trying to get her free.
You can roll again. The same difficulty applies.
No.
And basically, he will look at the 4 minions, and they will literally set on fire. They'll be set on fire with green flames as he looks at them.
Oops. Willow will shout to Siobhan to just, get the fuck out of here.
She's actually gonna see if Wilbert will recognize her if Wilbert is actually there anymore.
Do you say that?
Yes.
I am not Wilbert. I am born from the very deep crevices of the dreaming itself.
And at that, considering this is Willow's fault, probably in Siobhan's mind, she can go fuck herself, and she's out.
I returned to the moment of fuck it, she's out.
Yes, no, you should. You're an unseelie. Get the fuck out of there and save yourself. That's what you should do.
What am I walking back into?
So, Boy Frost, you see a massive amount of glamour being shot down from the sky from somebody else's bearing.
Boy Frost is he's going to be standing on the balcony of his castle in the Dreaming, kind of looking out over the city. You know, his mouth drops. It's like, ho, that's a lot of glamour. Ho.
Question. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt Daddy Boy Frost. Can I siphon any of the glamour before I go?
Indeed, you shall.
And is that something I can do?
I mean, I will allow you to do it, but something's gonna happen.
I'd like to siphon a significant amount, if I can.
Okay.
What is Evan rolling for?
Void Frost is basically rolling to flicker flash himself to the location.
Okay.
Because teleporting.
So I won't have you roll, because you siphon, but when you siphon, you start to turn green.
God damn it.
When you start to turn green, you start to have these wild impulses to devour glamour.
Can I make a willpower check to stop?
You run it out of there, right?
Yes.
Okay, you can get out of there, but you know that you're overflowing, with glamour. It's like you have these wild impulses.
Okay. Probably wasn't a good idea, but I kind of needed it because she's got things that she's got to do that she wants to do. Yeah.
So for people who's entering into the area, so I'll say Alduin and Void Frost get there. You see this whole area is basically you see 4 charred bodies on the ground. You see this very tall green individual standing in front of Willow.
I'm actually when I'd like to leave before they get there if I can.
I mean, yeah, you can.
On that note, I'm actually gonna go. And she's headed back to the bar. So, all right, I'll see you guys later. Have fun. Bye, Daddy.
As Void Frost flashes in a kind of a puff of, or a kind of almost like a lightning strike of blue light, he turns and looks at Sir Alduin, and there's just the shitting as his sword comes out of his sheath, because fuck all this shit. This is a whole bunch of fucked up shit. And he kind of comes and says, why is it whenever I see you, things are on fire? Is there a reason for this?
No. I wonder.
But,
is Willow still there?
Oh yeah, she's not moving.
Well, okay, with that, Alduin will take a knife from his jacket. He will slice into his arm, doing a point of lethal damage, and start flicking blood towards the corpses, and he will begin sort of digging his hands into the cut, and then he's just gonna start uh, circling in a counterclockwise position, and this is going to be a bunk for naming 5.
Okay. I will give it 3.
Okay. With that, he is going to try to catch this guy and the foliage in the area. So the diff goes up by 1. All right. So that I am spending a point of willpower, a point of glamour, and I am rolling.
Whilst Alduin is doing his circular thing, Voidfrost darts forward. He's really quick, and he
Mhm.
wraps his arm around Willow's waist because I don't want my wife caught in this particular little instant. And he just kind of drags her backwards. Like, we're going this way. This way we are going.
I think she's still stuck.
Yep.
Is she?
You'll have to roll a strength roll.
Okay. Strength roll, did you say?
Just strength roll, just straight strength.
Okay.
So that is I'm rolling on a diff 5. No, excuse me. Since this is my affinity round,
Oof, that's only the one success.
one,
basically get
2, 3, 4. It's a continual cast, and he's going to keep casting. Spending another point of glamour.
Okay. So what is it doing again?
He's changing this thing into basically a field of roses. He's taking control of what's happening here, and he's shifting it on a fundamental level.
So basically, you will everything will turn to roses and whatnot. Like, and you see the big, like the tall green guy looks, and you see flowers like rose appears on him, and he looks, and he's looking at it, and he seems very intrigued by this.
Oh, it's him. He's actually turning into roses. Like,
Oh, he's turning to roses.
yeah.
Okay. Um.
You need to know his. In order to do that, though, because he's a sentient being, you'd need his true name, which would mean you'd have to saying him, and that's stupidly long. Like,
This
that's
one?
the. You need to roll a. Yeah, you need. Because he's a sentient being with willpower. If it's a thing that doesn't have willpower, you can do it like that. But if it has a willpower score, you need to saying it.
All right. Does he have willpower? I thought it was just a creature in a dream.
Oh, he has willpower.
Oh, never mind then.
Actually, Diamond,
Mm-hmm.
how's this creature behaving towards me?
He just walked towards you. That's about it. And he's just looking.
Up now. Tall, dark,
I
and
mean,
swamp thing. You're going to stay standing where you are.
Can't do that then.
Willow will actually look up at him and says, "What is it that you want?" That big creature.
You gave me life.
Yes.
And for Frostface palms.
Alduin, after like kind of fixing the scenery, since he
Mhm.
can't affect the creature, his eyes will dart to Frost. Like, why? Why is this
I
always the
don't.
situation?
Why is it we can't have nice things?
You gave me life.
Yes,
Ugh,
I did.
shit stick.
What would you do with it?
Return things to the way it were. Where glamour roamed free.
Where would you start?
Can I make an intelligence grey mirror roll down to identify what the fuck this thing is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, should probably do that. Lord have mercy.
Love you guys. Sorry. I almost got it though.
Sweet. 3 successes.
4 successes.
3 successes
We
on
said
the intelligence gray man.
I got 1.
okay.
1, 3, and 4.
Uh, Okay. So who has the highest?
Void
Okay, Voidfrog. You know that basically this creature it would be considered a green giant, and what green giants used to do, in certain mythologies, green giants was they wanted the wild things to be where they are, and they wanted things to grow, they wanted things to prosper, and then like the Fae, they wanted things to be flowing with glamour and whatnot, and continue to do such. But they don't like banal things. They don't like humans. Usually, they go to the extreme.
Sorry.
He,
They are what the Red Talons wish they could,
Ooh, nice.
but don't have the balls to do it.
Look, I tell you what, tall, dark, and woodlandy. We're going to take a moment. We're going to calm down. Look at the pretty roses. They're pretty roses. Aren't they pretty roses? They're very pretty roses. I tell you what, you want to make everything flow with glamour. How about this? We are your friends. Look at us. Look, he wraps his arm around Willow's waist. Friends, look, friends. Work with me, dear woman. So, with that said, it would be a very bad idea for all involved, mostly him, he says as he points to Sir Alduin, considering it's his boss who runs this place. Hi. For you to make this place into such an institution of glamour. So, with that in mind, why don't I take you to a wonderful place which is exactly how you would like it to be, far away from humans? Eh? Eh?
But I already have friends.
blank, blank,
Oh,
blank.
Boy.
As basically, you will see these individuals start raising from the ground.
Oh God.
it was
And
in this moment that Void Frost died a little bit on the inside.
Oh God. I mean, I only overrolled by one.
Welcome to Unleashing!
Oh my God. I
and,
love
basic,
this.
and basically, they look and they basically look around. We have work to do.
Actually, does calming presence come into play here?
They're not angry.
It's the reason I'm not strangling you.
It
And
works.
and as they look, we will not start here.
Void Frost just mouths over to Alduin. The Duchess is going to be pissed.
Yes.
I tell you what, noble giants of the Great Green. A compromise. I'm good at compromises. I will take you, all of you, to the great bastion of green within this metal city, a city of metal and stone. But you will have the great green place at its heart as my gift to you. There, when you have settled in, we can discuss how it is you might aid this city in the flow of glamour. And I'm going to make some kind of social check. I actually can't remember Void Frost stats. I should probably look those up. There's Void Frost.
One of the little like the one of the guys the guy with the sword walks up to Sir Alduin. Who are you?
One of the green guys approaches me.
Yeah, he just said, "Who are you?"
I want to see what he doesn't respond just yet
Mm-hmm.
because he's trying to process.
Oh, welcome to my world. Yeah. You know how spousal abuse is a bad thing? Well,
He might just unleash pyretics and just say fuck this whole situation.
Yes, add more unleashing to this.
See what Void Force does first.
so Diamond, with the willpower spent, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's four. That's four successes to basically say, "Hey, I've got a cool place where you guys can chill until we sort this out."
They looking at each other, talking, and they, just nodding a little bit. As the guy with the store still walks over to Sir Alduin.
My name is Sir Alduin.
Interesting.
He does not look amused.
Why the long face?
The anger on his face is palpitating. You can taste it.
We should fight sometime.
I think not.
All that's going through Void Frost's head is he's a fucking florist.
Yeah.
He'll walk back. And the one in the middle just looks. We do not serve you, changelings. We do not serve that of man either. We are the green giants. We are born from the green. We are born from the very birth of the wild.
So
Good for you.
this correct, Baron Voidfrost. Your wife, Willow Voidfrost, summoned a green giant in the middle of my count's territory. I take it this went on out of her control.
Void Frost looks at Willow and says, "I think this went out of your control."
She will just simply nod. Yes.
So,
Picks up his cell phone, starts dialing.
now the question is, what to do, what to do.
So who did Sir Alduin dial?
His count, like
You just hear the count, just like he passed the phone over to the knight, and basically, you just hear, "I'm on my way." As basically you see this individual flicker flash down there, and when he sees them giants, he's going to basically take out this all black battle axe. What do we have here, Sir Alduin?
apparently Baroness Willow. I take it this was based on the gray mirror roll. I would know that this was a botched unleash. Nah, this was an overcast unleashing.
Mm-hmm.
An overcast spring unleashing that summoned forest giants in the middle of the barony.
I wish that you were joking, but I know you're not the man for jokes.
I don't do jokes.
That's why I like you. And he will basically start walking, and his footsteps is heavy. And you see the black shadows behind him. Under the count, you are hereby under his jurisdiction.
Oh, that's going to be deadly.
Yeah, Willow is gonna kneel down and she's actually gonna move her hair away from her neck.
Giants, come with me. And the giants look at each other. And as they look at each other, you see the other one with the sword basically looks at them. No.
Oh dear.
And you basically see the metal. You see the knight flick his fingers, and the giant catch on fire. And as they look, they all begin to catch on fire, except the middle one. And as basically the middle one tries to like garner, like he's shocked to reaction, he tries to garner, like kind of look over and try to charge him. He would just sink into shadows. And this mysterious knight will look over to Sir Aldwin. A botched unleashing.
Yes.
We will talk later. We will talk later about this. I know it wasn't your doing because you are way more competent than that.
Is he upset?
He's not upset at you. He's just like
No. Like when I say is he upset, I'm talking about the Scathatch count.
He looked. He says, "No." He knew that the problem was going to be dealt with.
He'll turn to Void Frost. Officially speaking, you should say something sooner than later.
Void Frost nods and he says, "If you wish my wife to stand trial for her actions at the act of fire, I will not stop you. Ultimately, it is for the count to judge the merit of her actions."
Willow, this way. You have to explain yourself.
I was, well,
Not
He
to
doesn't
me.
need you.
sorry.
You just said not to me. Wait. You have to explain yourself to the count.
Of course.
This is his domain.
I mean, Willow by all means looks ready to receive, like, punishment right away.
So, y'all basically the knight snap his fingers and y'all flicker flash there, and y'all basically Aldwin knows the bar. It's the Black Clover bar, and usually, basically, the count is having a drink, looking out the window, but he is not. He has his sword next to him, and he's sitting down. So, who is the one that did this?
Baroness Willow Voidfrost from the Barony of Frozen Tears.
I am indeed responsible, my count.
I would like to ask the age-old question: why?
I was trying to right a wrong.
By unleashing.
Yes, my lord.
What drove you to that point, doing this, committing such acts?
I was taken prisoner and given a choice. Either
Which
I
way?
had to either I had to take up a dagger and murder my husband, or I had to watch another individual being burned by green fire at the stake.
Hmm.
They tried to persuade me to become part of their court, shadow court they called it, and try and kill nobles.
Yet again, the nobles are faced with problems with those who do not know how to control their impulses, nor have any amount of respect of those higher of station.
I just need to say I need to step out, guys, because my food just arrived. I don't want to be eating down thing at you, so I'll talk to you all later. Bye bye.
Mm, mm.
Sir Alduin,
Yes, my lord.
from an observer's eye, you got to the scene. I want to know how you feel about this situation.
The situation, as I see it, is quite dire. As a forest, as a green giant that escaped to God knows where, is going to try to return glamour and green back to the world. And being that this originated in our domain, this directly becomes our issue.
Willow, you are a baroness. Am I correct?
Yes. Yes.
Why were you there in the lowly slums of Rat's Alley?
Not too long ago, a merfolk was murdered in a bar. I I offered to go and try and find their lands, well, their dwellings. But I wanted to present them with more than simply a murder. I wanted to provide them with information, some clue, or perhaps even more. So I investigated, tried to find out who did it. We were told to go here. Unfortunately, I got taken. I was in a strange place. It was very cold, barren, and I could not even use my arts. He, someone was in my head, hurting me, and it was then that they gave me this choice.
Willow, I know you were of lesser born that became a noble. Truly, all the commoners are capable of such. Do you believe yourself as a commoner still?
Almost like Aldwin faced this question to her a while ago.
I consider myself both and neither. I will never be a true
Do you
noble, nor will I ever be.
consider
Um,
yourself a commoner? Do you
Althorn steps back into the left.
do you see yourself as this imaginary bridge between the commoners and nobles? There's no bridge. There's a chasm. There's a gap. You are to rule and preside yourself over the commoners. They need our guidance. And in return, they offer their skilled labor, the work, and gain our respect in a certain degree. You have stepped into a bigger game much bigger than yourself. You stepped into a bigger political scene, way bigger than you. But now you're here. You are a baroness. You are above commoners. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Your punishment. Sir Alduin,
Yes, my lord.
you are a creative man. A man who do not joke, a man who is all about his business. Tell me, what would be an appropriate punishment for the commoner baroness?
Hmm. He looks at Willow and he's studying her. Takes him a minute before he actually forms words, and the silence is almost palpable. And as Baroness, as Baroness of the Barony of Frozen Tears, you are very much so a leading force, a direct representation of your barony. By your actions, you not only dishonored yourself, but the reputation of your barony and that of your liege lord. A fitting punishment would be for you to not only hunt down this green giant by your hand, you must put it down. You are also responsible for giving a very open and very loud statement of your actions and how from this day forward you are a baroness first and foremost.
And you'll hear a slow clap from the count, and he'll you see that is the mercy of the nobles. That is what we give to the commoners. And that is what we will give to you, Baroness. What will I give to you, for he works. He works as my voice. This will be your task. Alduin, Sir Alduin.
Yes, my lord.
Would you make sure to see that this is done? Make sure you supervise her. You do not have to take part in it. You have to make sure she does what she needs to do.
It'll be done.
Thank you. Now rise, Baroness Willow,
She will do so.
and clean yourself up. You are a Baroness. You do not wear such ragness of the commoners.
As you wish, Your Excellency.
Be gone.
Oh, and Willow.
I mean, she's not gonna stop walking out because he said be gone.
And he'll basically like, stop.
Stops.
You understand if you don't make good on this promise what that does to the barony of crows and tears, don't you? We're doing you a service by not bounding you by contract because you're not a commoner.
I am very well aware, sir. Thank you for reminding me.
You may leave.
Yep. Goes out.
And when she leaves, he is going to basically pour himself a glass of wine and looks over to Sir Alduin. I do not like this affront to me.
What would you like to be done, Your Excellency?
If she seems to waver, if she seems to start giving in to her judgment, arrest her and bring her to me.
Understood.
And at that point, we can end our scene. Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for watching. This has been another exciting installment of the Changeling venue of Dublin.